Hi, my name is Marcie Hart from A Work of Heart, and I am new to Flosstube, so this will be my introductory video. I came across Priscilla and Chelsea, and it sparked my interest again in cross stitch. I started stitching when I was very little, and then throughout time I, would do it and then I wouldn't, and then for a while I was involved in the Embroiderers Guild, and so after seeing Chelsea and Priscilla's video, it sparked my interest again, and I decided I wanted to pick it up again. I had taken a break for a while to pursue other interests, and so yeah, that's why I decided to do it, and it just seemed like there was a lot of new interesting things that people are doing with their cross stitching. I was back in the 90s when I was stitching. It seemed like it was all the mauves and the blues and ducks and that type of thing, and I just kind of lost interest in it. But now there's just a lot of new designers that I haven't seen before, and so I thought it'd be fun to get involved again. So anyway, a little bit about me. Like I said, my name is Marcie Hart. My business name is actually A Work of Heart, and I have been a doll creator, actually, of one-of-a-kind dolls for quite a few years. I sculpt them mainly out of Fimo, do a lot of fantasy characters, and I also, in the last few years, have gotten into restoration on antique dolls. So I do a lot of bisque dolls, composition dolls that are, need some work, need restoration. I don't do it for a living as far as the restoration process. I just do it, for my own enjoyment, which it's become kind of a big habit, actually. So anyway, that's mainly what I've done over the years. I've painted I've done a lot of oil painting, acrylic painting, some toll painting. So I've stayed in the arts quite a bit in the last 30 years. But needlework was always one of my favorite things to do, and like I said, or I may have mentioned it earlier, I started out when I was little on Bogart embroidery transfers. That's how I learned how to embroider, and then over time I was involved in the Embroiderers Guild and picked up cross stitch, and yeah, I got hooked. So anyway, I guess I'll jump right in. Oh, I just want to mention also, my husband and I have been married 35, going on 36 years. We live in Idaho. I was originally from Wyoming, so I'm a true Western girl. I love the outdoors. My hobbies are horseback riding and gardening, and I'm a little bit of a tomboy at heart, so that's what I enjoy doing other than the projects that I just mentioned. So first of all, I guess I'll go into the finishes. This one was a little pin pillow that that I just finished up for Halloween. Just a basic little calico cross-stitch design, and the back just, nothing fancy, but just, plain simple little back. But it was just fun to do. It was from the Prairie Schooler Boo Moon. And I hope these aren't backwards. This is my first video, so I'm hoping this is going to show up. And the chart was actually on the back. It was a fun, quick stitch, and I really enjoyed working on that one. The next one is just a little ornament I did actually a couple of years ago. This one is from the Sweetheart Tree. And I just did a simple finish with a felt on the back and a little bit of kind of a ribbon type stuff on the top so I could hang it. It has the cute little charm, which was fun to do, and a few little specialty stitches, but I really like the Sweetheart Trees patterns. I've got quite a few of them, and this is just one that I finished up. And another one that I just did, I actually got the cue from Priscilla and Chelsea, sorry, their design where they took the little signs from Michael's to make their finishes. And so that's what I did on this one. I just thought this little saying was really cute. Do it my way or I'll kick you off my broom. I thought that was really cute. So I just took that, put a couple little holes. I have a little Dremel tool that my husband bought me years ago. I found these little wooden boards at Michael's also, and they just come plain. And so I just painted it black, put this over some cardboard, put some embroidered trim, the same type of threads that I used in the design for the trim. And then up here, they're just little orange buttons that I happen to have laying around. But I thought it turned out really cute, and I love Prairie Schooler designs. I think they're one of my favorites. So anyway, thank you, Chelsea and Priscilla. I love how you finish your pieces. In fact, a lot of you ladies. I'm just getting to know a lot of you, so hopefully over time I get to see all the videos, but it's a process. And the other one that I just recently finished was this one. I found this frame at the Goodwill, and it was 50 cents, 75 cents. It was white. I painted it orange, then black, and then roughed it up a little bit. It already had like this drawer pull on it and these corner heart things, and I just thought it was really cute, and so I added the button. I just did it like a basic, like if you frame a piece. But this was from the Prairie Schooler Trick or Treat. And yeah, it's fun. A fun piece to work on. I'd like to do this bigger piece eventually. I love all of the things in it. It's perfect for Halloween. So yeah, I really enjoyed that, working on that. Another piece, it's not really cross-stitch, but I thought it would be fun to show. I finished this last year. This is called Little Pumpkin Head. And it's just a little wool piece, little pieces of wool on some fabric. And, you stitch around the outside. But I just thought, because it's Halloween and doing Halloween type of things, it would be fun to show. Same thing, frame, thrift store. Painted it orange, added some black paint, roughed it up a little bit. And it's by All Through the Night. This is the pattern here. And anyway, I just thought it was really sweet. I found it at our local quilt shop, and I just thought I'd share that. One other quick thing that I've been working on for several years. This year I haven't had a chance to work on it, but thought since it's Halloween it'd be fun to show. This is a crazy quilt block that I had received. Do I have this upside down? I think I do. And I thought, I'm never going to be able to get a crazy quilt completely finished. And so I thought, well, I'll just do some holiday-related type things. So I took the block, and I've started working on a Halloween crazy quilt. And you can see just some of the things that I've been putting on there. It's a lot of fun. Just, you can do whatever. Like down here, this is just, if I can hold this, little buttons that have silk ribbon for the little ghosts. You can do all kinds of fun things on these, and I just thought it would be fun to show it. Like I said, it's just something I've been kind of working on over the years, and one of these days, hopefully, I hope I can get it finished, but we'll see. I got too many irons in the fire, as they say. Okay, another thing I just recently been doing, I'd never heard of needle minders. That's how behind the times I am. So I thought, I'm going to make me a few. So here's a few that I just completed. Some of these are buttons, some of these are little cute things from Michael's, old jewelry. This was an antique brooch type pin. These are those cute little things from Michael's. But yeah, it was really fun. I see every time I see something now, I think, oh, that would be really cute for a needle minder. And so, anyway, it's just a few that I've been working on that thought would be fun to add to my needlework. So I thought I'd share that. Okay, now, let's see. I bought this at Michael's. And I just love crows. We have a pair that live around our property that are always singing and carrying on, squawking at each other. And so I thought, I got to do something with this. So I do have something in mind, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get this done until next Halloween. But I had to have that, so that's one purchase that I just got. So also another thing, I've been really into the project bags. These are just a few that I've been making. With the top zipper, I don't have the, I haven't made any with the front zipper, but I like these because you can just, boom, pop your stuff right in there and you're ready to go. But just a few that I've been working on. I really like this little bead that I got. It's like a little peppermint. Thought that was really cute for some Christmas ones. This is a vintage trailer fabric that I just love. I actually have an old vintage 64, I believe, Ideal travel trailer that I restored, and I love her. She's all over the internet. If you type in Stella on Pinterest even, or on YouTube, you should be able to find her, but I totally restored her, decked her out. She's kind of got a cowgirl cherry horse type theme, so anyway, I had to have this fabric, so I thought, oh, this would be cute to make a little project bag with those cute little vintage trailers on there. So that one, and then I also made some Halloween ones, this witch fabric, and I happened to find this little, it was a part of an old earring, and it fit perfectly with the witches' hats. I just had to have a few Halloween ones, and I still probably make some more. It's lined with just plain orange fabric. But yeah, that's one of my Halloween ones. Another Halloween one, I love this fabric by Moda. Cute little Halloween silhouette children. And, excuse me, and I just put a little skeleton. I had some of these laying around, and it's got just a black interior, which I don't know if I would do this again, because it is dark. It's hard to see in there, but, what color am I going to go with on this? It's kind of, you're limited, orange and black. Another one is this cute little cat print. I love those little cats. And I happen to have some of these little cats that I had got. They're just like little sticky cats. And I thought, oh, it kind of looks like those cats on that fabric. So I put it on a button, have my little Dremel tool. I cut off the back of the button, glued that on, and then I thought, well, when I first sewed it on, it was too floppy, and I thought, no, I'm just going to glue it. And it's really, with that E6000 glue, it's not going anywhere. And then some buttons with some stitchery in them. And little pumpkin. An orange interior lined. And then this was just my very first one. It's a little bit smaller than my other ones, but I thought, it's okay for my first one. I actually took stone that I had, some of my jewelry making stuff. And I keep all my floral type kits in here. I have more than one kit in here. But anyway, I just love roses, and I love that fabric. And it has pink polka dot material on the inside. So anyway, I'm just getting started. I've got a bunch of other fabric that I'm going to be making some more kits out of, bags that I love. So yeah, those are fun. Once you start on those, you can't stop. So some of my purchases, I recently downloaded Brooke's Books, Cinderella. She has a sale going on right now, 50% off on PDF files. So I think I bought all of the princesses, but I love this. One of the gals, and I can't think of her name right now, just finished this. It was beautiful, beautiful. And so I tend to go for fairy tales. That's what I sculpted for years and years, is fairy tale related things. I have a huge collection of vintage children's books, and so this is right up my alley. I just love these. I think they're gorgeous. So anyway, that's on my recent purchases. I also got Mirabilia's Cinderella. I got her, excuse me, kitted up, got the fabric and everything, so I'm anxious to get started on this one. She's going to be a big project. Any of Mirabilia's are, as you know. But, yeah, she's gorgeous. I just think the fabrics and the flosses and everything are just beautiful. And I'm also going to be starting Mirabilia's Ashley's Roses. This is one, I don't know why this has gotten so expensive. I guess it's out of print, but, yeah, I was blown away at what some of these are going for. But I happened to find this one at a fairly reasonable price. And I want to stitch this for my kitchen. I'm going to be redoing my kitchen hopefully this next spring, and some of the colors are these colors, so I think she'd be really pretty not really in my kitchen, but sort of a side dining area. So I've got this one kitted up, and I'm anxious to get started on her. I also purchased Lizzie Kate. I love Lizzie Kate stuff, and it looks like it'll be a quick stitch, but the Time for God. I just thought this was really sweet and a good reminder of things that, you know, we should remember every day. It says, happy times, praise God. Difficult times, seek God. Quiet times, worship God. Hard times, trust God. All times, thank God. And I just thought that would be really fun to stitch. I don't think I'm going to go with the same colors. Yeah, I want to go, I think, more pastel related colors. These are just a few of the ones that I picked out, and I just, yeah, it's just not me. So I have a lot of, I have a lot of westerny type things in our home, but I also am very feminine. I have a lot of shabby chic type stuff, so I'm really more probably into the pastels in most of my home. I thought this was adorable. Home of a Needleworker, another one I want to stitch by Little House Needleworks. And this one by Lucy Beam, Rebecca Nolan, Stitch Always. And I just thought she was a hoot with that pincushion on her head. Just, you know, those little tomato pincushions. So yeah, that's another one I want to do. I also got Witch's Night Out by Brenda Gervais. Probably won't get to that till next Halloween. I'm kind of a seasonal stitcher also. It's like, I love Halloween, but I'm getting a little burned out. So on to some new Christmas thing. And Plum Street Samplers Harvest Keeper. Thought she was really cute, those little beehives and things. And I also got this one, Cold Hands Warm Heart by Annie B's Folk Art, that I really like, that little snow guy. I have a huge collection of snowmen, and I just thought, oh, yeah, he would look cool with my snowmen people. So, yeah, had to have him. Some of the things I'm working on, well, let's see, as far as finishes, this Firefly Fairies by Lavender and Lace, I just finished it. I had actually bought this. It was partially done, and I just I've had this chart for a long time, and then when I saw this where someone had started it, I thought, I've got to have that, and I got it really reasonable, and so I'm completely finished with it, and I'm really excited to get this framed. I've got the frame. I found a really nice frame at a thrift store, real reasonable, and I'm just trying to decide now on the mat. But oh, I love Lavender and Lace and Mirabilias. Probably won't ever get them all done in my lifetime, but yeah, they're beautiful. Just all the beading and on their little hats, and sort of like a crown, I guess, in a way. But anyway, beautiful. I'm just tickled about that. And one other finish was this adorable little, I forgot her name. What's her name now? Emma's Garden. Another Lavender and Lace. And I have to admit, I was getting really restless and frustrated with the lower part because, as you know, in the main pattern, you stitch the bottom lace part. And I was just, I don't know what it was. I was just really having a hard time. And I mean, I've done a lot of pulled lace or pulled work and eyelet stitches and, you know, a lot of different types of stitches. But I was just, I don't know. I was frustrated and I thought, I'm done. So I picked out some pretty lace that I had. And I just finished it off on the bottom with that lace and called it good. And I love it. I don't regret that at all. So thrift store frame, that's usually where I get them all. And actually this mat came with the frame, and it was a different color, and I just went in and painted over that mat, and it works fine. But I adore her. I have a lot, like I said earlier, I have a lot of children's books, and she reminds me of what's her name, Bessie Goose. No, I can't think of her name. Bessie Goose Putnam. But, you know, that same look, you know, they have the little darling back of the head, you know, just beautifully done. And I just love her. She was really fun to finish up. And I just like the whole thing, even with the lace at the bottom. So, anyway, she was really, really fun to finish up. Some of my works in progress. This was a kit that I had bought years ago called Woolly Winter by Shepherd's Bush. And I had actually bought the mat for this and forgot about it over the years. So I found it the other day and I thought, oh, that's something I should work on for Christmas. So, okay, now where did I put it? Oh, in the bag. So, yeah, it's a small one, so I think I can get it done in time for Christmas. This is what I've got done so far. So, yeah, I'm going to try to wrap that one up and get it in the mat and get it framed before Christmas. It's really cute. Another one I'm working on is Garden Recipe by the Drawn Thread. It's a bell pull. And I love the colors in this. I'm in my dining room right now, and it's kind of a plum color is what I've decorated in. It's probably going to go in here, but it's on a beautiful fabric. This is what I've got done so far. And I think it was, what was it, English Rose Linen by Wilchilt Imports. I don't know if they still carry this linen. I haven't really looked, but it's really pretty with that real pale lavender kind of color and then those greens. So I'm hoping to get that done. I have the bell pulls all ready too for that. I had been working on bobbing for pumpkins. This is all I got done, and I don't know if I'm going to keep going now that Halloween's almost over, but I saw, like I said, Chelsea and Priscilla's video, and I loved the way they did that, and I was actually lucky enough to go to Michael's and find the little wooden wall hanging to put this on. So I've got everything I needed to just get it finished up, but you know, now I'm getting in the mood for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and so yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but like I said, it was this one here, Bobbing for Pumpkins. You all probably know. Whoop. I've seen that. She's got great patterns. I love them, and I love that they're colored. You know, to me, it's easier for me to follow a colored chart than a black and white. It's just always been that way. I don't know why, but anyway. Another one I was working on for Halloween was Halloween Fairies by Waxing Moon Designs. This one. It was a download, a PDF file off of Etsy. And I was clipping along really good on that too, but then it was like, oh, you know, I started on Bobbing for Pumpkins. You know how it is. You start on them and then you're just like, oh, need to move on to something else for a while. So this is as far as I got on that. But I love silhouettes. I love the vintage silhouettes, Halloween silhouettes, and it really reminded me of Halloween when I was little, just all the vintage illustrations. I'm big on illustrations. I love old antique illustrations. I think they're great. So anyway, that one probably will get put on the back burner till next Halloween. I don't know. I might keep working on it. And I also downloaded this one Wednesday. This is an Etsy file. I can't remember the lady. Oh, you guys know who I'm talking about. I can't think. Pyro Dog something. He's got those crows that everybody's been working on, but I just love Wednesday. I think she's just so funny. And I was thinking this crow that I showed you earlier, I might do something with this crow, you know, where when I get it done, it's displayed somehow with this crow. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But anyway, it looks like it would be pretty easy, except take a while maybe on this border. But I think she's just awesome. It would be great to have for a display around Halloween. And then another one I'm wanting to get finished up for Christmas is this is one I started years ago, called A Stitch in Pine by Hillside Samplers. I had bought this and actually got the little button that goes with it years ago and found it in my stash and thought, oh, you just want to start something new and something maybe you had started and lost interest and then it comes back. So anyway, I'm going to try to get that one done, and this is how far I've gotten on it. Beautiful threads. They're variegated and just really pretty to work with. And those little trees, each one is different. And it's done on, I'm trying to think here what it says. Needle Necessities are the threads, and it's stitched on light espresso linen. So yeah, hoping to get that one. Starting to work on that one for the holidays. So I think that's everything. I'm trying to think. There was, oh, and I also bought some beautiful fabric. That one I showed you earlier about the one about God. I have a hard time finding really pretty religious fabrics, and I found a seller on Etsy that I think has beautiful, just ornate fabrics. So I bought these to make a couple of project bags. I just think that's really elegant, really pretty, and I thought that chart that I'm working on, I got a couple actually that I'm going to be working on. This would be really pretty for the bag. The angels, kind of Renaissance looking. Just, yeah, they're so pretty. Got the kind of a gold, and then I also got it in a blue. So, just some fabric that I recently purchased. So, that's just something real quick. And then I also, and the name of that shop was Heavenly Fabric Shop on Etsy. Another thing I just recently got is this. I just love this book. It's all in French, but and it's by Veronica Enginger. How do you pronounce her name? But anyway, even though it's in French, it has awesome illustrations, color. They're all color, and just darling sewing related patterns. There's just so many that are just so cute. I could do a flip through if anybody's interested, but this one I think everybody's probably seen. Really sweet. And, you know, another one that's got the little girl sewing with all the little, I mean, just, I fell in love with it when I saw it, and I thought, I have to have that. Stitch some of those for my sewing room, maybe some chatelaines. You know, there's just something about it. Their designs, they're very fresh, really sweet. So, yeah. Went thrifting, found a great deal. I got all 3 of these full of DMC floss, plus 4 of the filaments, $5 each, and they're crammed full of DMC thread. So that, I was tickled about that. Great deal. And then also went to a local antique store, and I got this whole box full of antique wooden spool. I mean, there's a few other old plastic spools in there, but wooden spools full of thread for $15. I mean, it's big. It's loaded. And I use these, you know, for everything. They don't make them anymore that I'm aware of. So they're handy for just any kind of a craft project. I've done some doll displays. Maybe one of these days I'll show you those. And just putting in like dough bowls with your stitch items are cute to put in. So yeah, I was tickled about that. It was a lot of thread. I mean, I can't believe the price of thread anymore. It's gotten so expensive. And when I got that, I also found this. I know this isn't stitch related, but this little guy, he needs some work. He looks pretty rough. But he'll be one of my projects. I'm going to fix him up a little bit, and put, I think, a sailor outfit on him. But I don't have very many boy dolls. I have a lot of girl dolls, a lot. So I'm anxious to work on him. I just thought I'd pop that in there. So anyway, that's my projects, and I hope I haven't rambled on too long. I look forward to joining in with everyone and getting to know people a little bit more. And oh, my little witches in the background here. These are witches that I made, except for this one. A friend of mine made this one, but just a small sampling of my Halloween decorations. I might try to pop a few pictures in if I can. Hopefully this video turns out to show you some of my other Halloween decorations. So anyway, I hope I covered everything, yeah, I think it'll be fun to join in. So thank you for having me. See you next time. Bye.